Welcome to the Confident Speaking Podcast. I'm Julia, and I'll be your guide today. If you're new here, just so you know, we upload a brand new video to help you learn English every single day. Our goal is to help you become fluent and confident in English as quickly as possible. Now, what if I told you that your brain can actually learn English even while you're sleeping? It sounds like magic, doesn't it? But according to science, it might actually be possible. Let's explore this together, and please share your experiences in the comments below. Have you ever tried to learn English while you were asleep? Chapter 1. The Curious Concept: Learning While You Sleep. Imagine this. You're exhausted after a long day. You close your eyes and you drift off to sleep. But your phone is still playing. Gentle English words fill your ears. Sentences are repeated over and over. You're not awake, but some people believe your brain is still listening. Many English learners are tired and feel like they don't have enough time. They want to speak English well, but their schedules are packed. So they start searching for new ideas, looking for easy ways to learn, wanting results without the pressure. Then, one day, they come across a video that says, "Learn English while you sleep." Intrigued, they click on it. At first, the idea seems strange. How can you learn without reading, writing, or speaking? Can you really just close your eyes and sleep? It sounds like magic, doesn't it? But according to science, it might actually be possible. Let's go back in time. In the 1950s, people started talking about sleep learning. In America and Europe, they even created sleep learning machines. These machines repeated sentences while people slept, a technique they called hypnopedia. People used it to learn languages and even to quit smoking. They believed that the brain was receptive at night and that sleep held the key. However, later on, many scientists dismissed this idea, saying it wasn't possible. They argued that sleep is too deep and that the brain doesn't learn in that way, calling it fake science. For a while, people stopped believing, but the internet changed everything. Now, you can find thousands of YouTube videos claiming that sleep learning is real, showcasing success stories and happy learners. And once again, people feel hopeful. But let's think about this logically. Why do people want to believe in this? The answer is simple. Learning English is hard, and speaking well isn't easy. People attend classes, study grammar, and do everything right, but they still struggle to speak fluently. They feel tired and stuck, so they look for a different, smarter way. Sleep learning feels like a gift, learning while you rest. It feels like magic. Here's what's important to understand. Sleep isn't magic, but it is powerful. When you sleep, your brain isn't switched off. It's working, cleaning, organizing, and remembering. That's the truth. But the question now is, can you actually put new English words into your brain while you're sleeping? That's what we're going to explore.
Before we delve into the science, I want to ask you something. Why are you watching this video? Maybe you're tired, or perhaps you've tried many things without success. Maybe you feel shy when you speak. Or maybe you want to learn English, but your days are just too busy, so you're hoping to use your nights as well. I understand. I've met many learners just like you. You're looking for something easier, something kinder. That's why this video is made for you. In this chapter, I simply wanted to open the door, to take your hand and walk with you from the world of dreams to the world of science, from internet myths to real experiments, from just trying to actually learning. Sleep learning isn't a joke, but it's also not magic. It's something else entirely, and it can help you if you understand it well. In the next chapter, I'll show you what really happens inside your brain during sleep. You'll see why your brain remembers some things and forgets others. And you'll learn why sleeping is one of the best things you can do to improve your English. Let's go deeper. Let's open your mind and enter the world of sleep and English together. Chapter 2. What happens to the brain during sleep? Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. You drift off to sleep. It feels like everything stops. Your arms relax, your eyes close, and your thoughts fade away. But inside your head, something amazing is happening. Your brain doesn't sleep like your body does. It stays awake, working silently in a beautiful, hidden way. While you rest, your brain is cleaning, moving things around and deciding what to keep and what to throw away. There are stages of sleep, not just one. There are 4 main stages, and they repeat again and again throughout the night. First, you sleep lightly. Then, you go deeper. Finally, you enter a special stage called REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement. In this stage, your brain is very active. You dream, you imagine, and you experience strange things. But your body remains still. Only your mind is alive. Now listen carefully because this is the secret. During these sleep cycles, your brain works with your memory. It takes memories from the day and decides which ones are important. It keeps the useful ones and erases the others. Your brain is like a librarian, filing away what you need and throwing away what you don't. And this includes language. Let's say you learn 10 new words during the day. At night, your brain thinks, which words are useful? It checks your emotions. Did you enjoy learning that word? Was it connected to a story? Did it feel important to you? If the answer is yes, your brain says, keep it. If not, it says, forget it. This process is called memory consolidation. It means your brain takes small, weak memories and transforms them into strong, stable ones. This is one of the reasons why sleep isn't a waste of time. It's a key part of your learning process. You study during the day, but you remember things better after you sleep. That's why sometimes, when you feel confused one day, you feel clear the next. Your brain was working on it at night. Now, think about this. If your brain is already working with memory while you sleep, can we help it along? Can we add more English during sleep? Can we remind the brain of what we learned earlier? Some scientists say yes. If you listen to the same words again while you sleep, your brain might remember them better. But here's the truth. You have to hear the words when you're awake first. Sleep doesn't teach you something new. It strengthens what you already know. This is important, very important. So, what does this mean for you? It means this. If you listen to a short English story before bed, your brain might save it better. If you repeat new phrases in the evening, they might become stronger in your mind. And if you play soft English audio at night, your brain might listen to it again. Not clearly, not perfectly, but softly, like a background whisper. And that whisper might help. But be careful, your brain isn't a robot. It doesn't learn everything you throw at it. It chooses. It decides. It works best with things that feel real, that feel emotional, that feel useful. That's why stories help more than just words. That's why feelings help memory. And that's why fun learning is better than boring study. So, should you sleep with English audio playing? Maybe, but only if you first enjoy the words while you're awake. Only if those words feel real to you. Then, at night, your brain says, I know this. Let me keep it. And that is beautiful. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever gone to bed thinking about something and then dreamed about it? That's your brain working. That's your night teacher. And maybe, just maybe, English can become part of your dreams too. In the next chapter, we'll explore what science says about this. Real experiments, real people, real results. And we'll ask, can you really learn new English words in your sleep? Or is it all just a nice dream? Let's find out together. Keep watching. We're just getting started.
Chapter 3: The Science of Sleep Learning, Real Experiments.
Many people think sleep learning is fake. Others think it's magic. But science isn't about belief. Science is about proof, about testing, about finding the truth even if the truth isn't what we expect. Let's go to the lab. Real scientists wanted to understand, can the brain really learn while sleeping? They put people in quiet rooms, they connected machines to their heads. These machines watched brainwaves. They showed when the brain was awake and when it was deep in sleep. In one famous study, researchers played pairs of words during sleep. For example, they played hat, apple, lamp, river, or moon, green. People didn't know this. They were sleeping. They didn't move. Their eyes were closed. But something interesting happened. When the people woke up, they were shown the words again, and many could guess the right pair, more often than just chance. Not all, but more than expected. Another experiment played simple sounds, just tones, some high, some low. The brain didn't wake up, but it reacted. Scientists saw a small signal, like a whisper inside the brain. The brain wasn't learning like in the daytime, but it was responding. It was listening. Then came the experiment that surprised many people. A group of scientists in Switzerland played foreign words to people while they slept. Not random words, but words they had already seen before bedtime. Half the group heard the same words during sleep. The other half did not. In the morning, the first group remembered more words. Their memory was stronger. Sleep helped, but only when the brain already knew the words. Another study used music. They played relaxing classical music during sleep. Some people also heard a story or a lesson they had learned earlier. Later, those people felt more relaxed, more calm. And yes, some remembered better. Music didn't teach them anything new, but it made the brain more open, more ready, more peaceful, and that helped memory. But not all experiments were successful. Some tried to teach people new things, brand new vocabulary or grammar, only during sleep. These didn't work. The people didn't remember the new information. It was like the brain ignored it. Why? Because the brain doesn't want to learn everything while you sleep. It wants to organize, not add more. That's the truth. So here's what we know. Sleep helps memory grow. If you study before bed, your brain might keep it better. If you play the same words while sleeping, your memory might get stronger. But you cannot learn something completely new just by sleeping. This means one thing. Sleep learning isn't a shortcut. It isn't a magic button. It isn't the answer for lazy learners. But it is a tool, a helpful tool, if you use it the right way. You study in the day, you sleep at night. You play soft English stories, the ones you already know. Your brain whispers, "Yes, I remember this." That is the power. Not to learn everything, but to make learning deeper, stronger, easier to find tomorrow. Now, what should you take from this? Don't just play random audio while you sleep. Trying to learn grammar rules at 2 a.m. isn't the way to go. Instead, try this. Learn a little something in the evening. A short story, perhaps. Maybe a few new words. Or even a simple podcast. Then get some sleep, and maybe, just maybe, your brain will hold on to more of it by morning. In the next chapter, we'll delve into this further. What can you actually learn during sleep, and what's just wishful thinking? Let's debunk some myths. Let's discover what's truly possible. Let's unlock the real power of sleep together. Chapter 4. What you can and can't learn in your sleep. Let's be real. You're not just here for the science of it all. You're here for answers, concrete answers. You want to improve your English speaking skills. You want to remember vocabulary. You want to understand English quickly. And you've heard about sleep learning. So you're asking, can I become fluent while I sleep? The answer is both simple and complex. Let's start with what you can't learn while sleeping. You can't master grammar rules in your sleep. Your brain needs to be fully engaged for grammar.
It needs to compare different structures. It needs to notice subtle nuances. This happens when you're awake, when you're actively thinking, practicing, or writing. If you hear a grammar rule in your sleep, your brain might just tune it out. It might ignore it completely. It's too detailed, too intricate. So no, grammar skills don't develop overnight.
You also can't achieve fluency in your sleep. Fluency requires practice. You need to speak. You need to make mistakes. You need real-life conversations. Sleeping simply can't give you fluency, no matter what those videos might claim. It's like thinking you can learn to ride a bike by dreaming about it. You can't. Your mouth, your tongue, your body, they all need practice. Real practice. Now, let's talk about what is possible. You can improve your word recall, especially for words you've already studied. Let's say you learn 10 new words in the evening, then you go to sleep. During sleep, your brain revisits those words. If they were interesting, if they were clearly explained, if you heard them again while sleeping, your brain might store them more deeply. This isn't just guesswork, it's real. Science continues to prove it. You can enhance your listening comprehension, but not in the way you might think. If you listen to English during sleep, and you've also heard the same sentences before sleep, your brain may become more familiar with the sounds. This doesn't mean you'll understand everything perfectly, but your brain will feel more at ease with English sounds. This is what we call passive improvement. It's gradual, but it's genuine. You can build confidence. When your brain hears English repeatedly at night, it starts to feel normal. English becomes a part of your background. It becomes comforting, not intimidating. And that feeling of comfort can help you later, when you need to speak. It sends your brain a signal, you know this. Don't be afraid. So now you know the truth. You cannot learn grammar in your sleep. You cannot become fluent in your sleep. But you can reinforce vocabulary, you can make listening easier, and you can help your brain feel more relaxed with English. This is the smart way to approach sleep learning. It's not a complete teacher, but it's a helper. A quiet voice in the dark, a friendly reminder, a small hand that holds on to memories so they don't fade away. Now, I want to share something personal with you. I've encountered many students. Some are shy, some are busy, some are older. Some have been trying for years. They feel exhausted. They want a better approach. And when they hear about sleep learning, they feel hopeful. But then they try it and they give up. Why? Because they expected a miracle, and they got something more gradual, more subtle. Don't make that same mistake. Use sleep learning as a component of your overall plan, not the entire plan. Combine it with daytime learning. Listen to short, simple stories before bed. Then play them softly while you sleep. Repeat the same stories for several days. Let the words seep into your brain like a gentle rain. In the next chapter, I will show you how to do this, step by step. I will show you what to do before sleeping, what to listen to, how to prepare your brain. This isn't theory. This is practical application, and it might just change the way you learn. So get ready. Your night English journey is just beginning. Chapter 5. How to prepare your brain before sleeping. You are tired. The day is over. You are lying in bed. Your eyes are heavy. Your room is quiet. This moment is special. Because what you do now, in the last 20 minutes before sleep, can change how your brain remembers English. Sleep learning isn't just about what you hear while you sleep. It's about what your brain already saw and already felt just before you close your eyes. This is the key. This is the secret. Most people don't know it, but now you will. So, what should you do before sleep? First, calm your body. No stress, no phone notifications,
no noise. If your brain is bombarded with messages, pictures, and scrolling, it won't focus on English. It won't remember. Your brain must be calm, like a quiet room with an open window. You can sit on your bed. You can close your eyes. You can breathe slowly. Just be present. Feel peace. This is the best state for memory. Now, choose what you will listen to or read. This is important. Do not listen to something new and difficult. That will overwhelm your brain. It will feel like work. Instead, pick something you already studied today, something familiar, a story, a dialogue, a few simple vocabulary phrases, something short, something clear. Let's say in the day you learned this sentence: I get up at 7 a.m. I brush my teeth. I drink tea. I go to work. Review it. Listen to it once or twice. That night, replay the same audio. Keep the volume low, not loud, not fast. Instead, soft, slow, and gentle. Why repeat something you already know? Because your brain benefits from repetition. Think of it like watering a plant. One watering isn't enough. You need to repeat the process, and sleep provides an ideal time for that second watering. The plant grows during the night. Now, let me share what I do. As a friend, I keep a small English notebook near my bed. Each night, I write down 3 to 5 new phrases from the day that resonated with me. Only the ones that evoked some feeling, not boring phrases, just words that carried emotion. For example, don't be afraid. You can do it. I will try again tomorrow.
Then, I close the notebook. I play the same words as audio. Sometimes I record my own voice. Other times, I find a slow podcast or story that I enjoy. I play it quietly. My eyes close. My body relaxes into sleep, but my brain continues to listen, softly, gently. Do you need fancy apps for this? No. Expensive programs? No. Just use simple tools you have available. Your phone, your voice recorder, YouTube, free podcasts. Anything that feels calming, slow, and clear will work. That's the most important thing. Now, let's talk about music. Soft music can be helpful, especially background music without lyrics. It relaxes your brain. It makes the audio experience smoother. But avoid music that is fast or emotionally intense. That could wake you up. You want your brain to gently float, not actively dance. Also, avoid intense studying right before sleep. That's not the goal here. You are not trying to memorize everything at this moment. You are only reviewing, gently, like saying goodnight to your English studies. And here's one more tip. Smile. I know it sounds strange, but if you smile while listening to English, your brain remembers it better. Science supports this. Positive feelings create stronger memories. So, even if you're tired, offer your English a soft smile. Your brain will appreciate it. So now you know, preparation is key. If you study effectively during the day and then relax into a gentle review before bed, your sleep becomes a valuable teacher, a slow, patient teacher who never speaks aloud, but helps you grow. In the next chapter, I will guide you to the best types of audio to use during sleep. Not all English is suitable for sleep learning. I'll show you what works, what doesn't, and how to choose wisely. You're doing great. Your brain is ready. Let's go deeper into your night English journey. Chapter 6: What to listen to while sleeping. Audio guide. You are in bed.
The light is off, your body is still, but something is playing in the background. A soft voice, English words, sentences you've heard before. They float into your ears like music. This is passive listening. This is sleep learning in action. But the big question is, what exactly should you listen to? Let's be clear, not all English is good for sleep learning. Some audio is too fast, some is too complex, some is too boring. Your brain is not fully awake. It is not ready for complex grammar rules or brand new topics. You need simple, soft, and familiar English. You need something your brain already knows, but still benefits from hearing again.
Here's what works best. 1. Slow English stories. Stories are powerful learning tools. They have emotion, they have rhythm, they have meaning. Your brain listens more effectively when it feels something. So use slow English stories. Choose ones you already listened to earlier in the day. Maybe the story of a boy who learns English, or a girl who dreams in 2 languages. It doesn't need to be new material. In fact, it's better if you already know the ending. When you listen to stories in your sleep, your brain connects the pieces. It doesn't need to understand every single line, but it remembers the feeling, the sounds, the overall flow. That's enough. That's learning. 2. Daily phrase loops. Another excellent tool is phrase repetition. Simple phrases such as, I can speak English. I understand more every moment. I love learning new words. You can find audios online that repeat these short phrases, or you can record them in your own voice. Loop them, play them on repeat. Let them become part of your night. This is not just about memory, it's about building confidence. These phrases become integrated into your thoughts. In the morning, they are still there, quiet but strong. Your brain says, yes, I can do this. 2. English with background music. Some audios combine English with soft background music. This can be very helpful. Music makes the learning experience smoother. It keeps the brain calm and receptive. It helps the words sink in gently. But choose music without strong beats or heavy sounds. No loud drums, no fast piano. Just calm, slow music like the sound of soft waves or wind. 3. Shadowing practice before sleep, then sleep listening. Here's a useful tip. Before you sleep, practice shadowing with a short audio clip. That means you listen and repeat for just 2 to 3 minutes. Then play the same audio again, but this time while you sleep. This technique signals to your brain this is important. It helps put the words in both your short-term and long-term memory. The results can be significant.
Now, here's what not to use. 1. News reports. They're typically fast-paced, full of facts, and often stressful. 2. Complicated podcasts. If you need to focus intently to understand them when you're awake, don't use them at night. 3. Long grammar lessons. Your sleeping brain doesn't need or want to focus on rules. It wants rhythm and comfort. 4. Anything brand new. Your brain cannot effectively learn brand new material during sleep. It can only review what it already knows. Also, keep the volume low. Not completely silent, but not loud. Your brain shouldn't wake up. It should just hear, gently, like soft rain. If the audio wakes you, okay, here is the rewritten passage maintaining all original information and meaning, using a clear, educational tone, and adhering to all specified instructions, including maintaining consistency with the preceding paragraph and character names. Okay, let's proceed. If you're still awake, or if you find yourself getting too caught up in your thoughts, try setting a timer. Play the audio for just 30 to 60 minutes. Then, let silence take over again. Your brain has already done its job. It doesn't need the audio playing all night. And one more thing. Choose a voice you enjoy. If you like my voice, feel free to use it. If you prefer your own voice, record yourself. If there's a particular speaker who makes you feel relaxed, go with that. Voice preference is personal. The right voice can make a significant difference. So, now you have a clear idea of what kind of audio to listen to. Simple, slow, repeated, and familiar. In the next chapter, I'm going to provide you with a complete routine, a real plan. From the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep, English will be there to help you grow every step of the way. Let's turn this dream into a habit. You're closer than you think. Chapter 7. Real Sleep Learning Routine. A sample plan. Now, let's simplify everything and make it practical. You've learned the science behind it. You've heard the success stories. But now you need a plan. Something to follow. Something you can do every day. Even when you're busy, even when you're tired, even if you're skeptical about its effectiveness. This isn't about doing more. It's about doing better, doing smarter, doing just enough so your English improves without pressure, without frustration, and even while you're resting. Let's get started. Morning, 7 to 8 a.m. Start your day with light English. When you wake up, your mind is refreshed. Resist the urge to immediately grab your phone and check messages or news. Instead, dedicate just 5 minutes to gentle English exposure. You could listen to a slow English story while brushing your teeth, or read 2 or 3 simple English sentences from your notebook. Don't try to memorize anything. Just enjoy the experience. Let the words gently awaken your brain. Keep it brief and calm. This isn't a lesson, it's breakfast for your brain. Midday, 12 to 1 p.m. Repeat once. If possible, find another 5 minutes to repeat the same content, the same story, the same phrases. You don't need to sit down and study formally. Just listen again while you're eating lunch or taking a walk. This helps your brain register, "Oh yes, I remember this." Repetition is key. Evening, 5 to 7 p.m. Light practice. In the evening, spend 10 to 15 minutes with that same content again. This time, engage a little more actively. Repeat the sentences aloud. Shadow them. Speak along with the audio. Whisper them. Or write them out once in your notebook. This is your active review. You're signaling to your brain, "This is important. Please remember it." You can even record yourself. Speak 3 to 5 simple lines, listen back, and smile. You're building your English muscle, quietly and gently. Every evening, your confidence will grow, even if you don't feel it yet. Night, 9 to 10 p.m. Prepare for sleep learning. Now it's time to get ready for bed. This is the most impactful part. Avoid bright screens and intense studying. Sit quietly with yourself, breathe slowly, and open your notebook. Read your 3 favorite sentences from the day or listen to the audio one more time. The same story, the same words. Don't introduce anything new. Your brain is preparing to consolidate what it has learned. Smile as you do it. Feel calm and positive. This sends the message to your brain, "I enjoy this language. It feels safe." Bedtime, 10 to 11 p.m. Play sleep audio. Now, lie down and play the same English audio. It could be your own voice, a slow story, or a gentle podcast. Keep the volume low. Use earphones only if they are soft and comfortable. Set a sleep timer if you like. 30 to 60 minutes is usually sufficient. As you fall asleep, your brain continues to listen, not perfectly, but gently. It reinforces what it heard during the day. It saves it. It replays it in your dreams. That's sleep learning.
Tips for busy people. If you don't have time in the morning, just whisper one English sentence to yourself. That's enough. If your job is stressful, use English listening to calm your mind. If you are too tired at night, don't push. Just play the audio and close your eyes. Let your brain do the rest. Use the same content for 3 to 5 days. Do not change it too fast. Let it become part of you. What to use? 1. A slow story, 1 to 2 minutes is enough. 2. 5 simple phrases in your voice. 3. A gentle English podcast. 4. A vocabulary loop, only familiar words. This routine isn't difficult. It's gentle and light. It works like water, quietly shaping your English mind day by day. Remember, you don't need to do everything. Just do something. Every small action counts. English doesn't grow in noise. It grows in rhythm. In the next chapter, we'll talk about the common mistakes people make with sleep learning, because even good tools can be used the wrong way. Let's protect your time. Let's make this real. Let's stay smart.
Chapter 8. Common Mistakes in Sleep Learning. Many English learners are excited when they hear about sleep learning. It feels easy. It feels fun. They think, maybe this is the shortcut I need. They play English audio all night. They hope for fast results. But after a few days, they feel confused. Nothing has changed. They feel disappointed and they give up. But the truth is, sleep learning can help if you do it right, if you avoid the mistakes that others make. In this chapter, then I will tell you the most common mistakes and how to fix them. Mistake 1. Using new or difficult content while sleeping. This is the most common mistakes. Some learners choose new podcasts, new grammar lessons, or fast conversations they've never heard before. But the brain cannot learn new things in deep sleep. It needs to recognize the words first. If your brain doesn't know what it's hearing, it won't care. It will ignore the sounds, like background noise. Fix. Use familiar content. Only play what you've already studied that day. Keep it short and simple. Okay, here's the rewritten passage following all your specific instructions and maintaining continuity with the previous segment. Common mistakes. Let's delve into more common mistakes that English learners often make when trying to learn during sleep. Remember, the goal is review, not to cram new information into your brain while it's resting. Mistake 2. English when all night long. Some learners, whom I call nightsome, operate under the assumption that more is better. They think, the more hours I play the audio, the more I will learn. So they leave the audio running for 6 or 7 hours. However, this can negatively impact your sleep quality. Your brain requires rest too. Extended audio playback can disrupt your sleep cycle, potentially waking you up or causing you to experience light and shallow sleep. Consequently, you might feel tired and sluggish in the morning, which in turn can hinder your learning progress. Fix. Implement a timer. Limit audio playback to 30 to 60 minutes. Afterward, allow your room to be silent. This duration is sufficient for your brain to gently review the material and then enter a state of deep rest. Mistake 3. Changing the audio every night. Some learners, whom I call every nightsome, are easily bored. One night they might listen to a love story, the next night a grammar lesson, the following night a business podcast. This inconsistency disrupts the establishment of a routine. The brain thrives on repetition. Repetition solidifies memory. Introducing new content every night forces the brain to restart the learning process repeatedly. Consequently, deep learning is compromised. Fix. Select a single story or a specific set of phrases. Use this same material for 3 to 5 consecutive nights. Allow the brain to establish a strong memory of the content. You can change the audio later, but avoid doing so too frequently.
Mistake 4. Using fast, noisy, or emotional content. Many individuals, whom I call music some, use YouTube videos that feature loud background music, rapid speech, or even emotionally charged drama. However, it's important to recognize that your brain is especially sensitive during sleep. It doesn't desire noise, it craves tranquility. Loud content can confuse or even stress your sleeping brain. Fix. Opt for calm voices, slower speech, and content devoid of strong emotions. Avoid loud music. Choose clear, soft English, similar to a bedtime story. Mistake 5. Expecting magic. Some learners, whom I call speak better some, harbor the belief that sleep learning will magically transform them into fluent speakers without requiring active speaking, reading, or practicing. They simply play the audio and await the results. This is the most significant mistake. Sleep learning is not a magical solution. It's merely a supplementary tool. It's one component of a broader learning plan. Fix. Continue to actively learn during the day. Utilize sleep learning for review purposes. Integrate it with reading, speaking, and listening exercises while you're awake. Allow your daytime and nighttime learning activities to complement each other.
Mistake 6. Not enjoying the content. This mistake is easy to overlook. Some individuals, whom I call long some, select audio content that they find boring. They rationalize it by thinking, it doesn't matter, I'm asleep. However, your brain is intelligent and remembers feelings. If the content feels dry and uninteresting, your brain won't prioritize it and won't store it effectively. Fix. Choose content that you genuinely enjoy. Select stories that make you smile and phrases that evoke positive feelings. Your emotions matter, even during sleep. Now, let me remind you of something important. Sleep learning isn't about maximizing the quantity of learning, it's about optimizing the quality. A single minor mistake can negate the benefits of numerous nights of effort. Conversely, one intelligent adjustment can accelerate your learning process and make it easier and more effective. So, keep it simple, keep it soft, and keep it consistent. This is the way. In the next chapter, we will answer a big question. Can sleep learning actually help you speak better? Can it make your words come faster? Your thoughts flow smoother? Let's find out the truth together. Chapter 9. Can it help you speak better? The real benefit. Now let's ask the big question, the one in your heart. Can sleep learning help me speak better? You want to talk with confidence. You want the words to come faster. You want to feel free when you speak English, not slow, not nervous, not stuck. And you wonder, if I listen to English while sleeping, will my speaking improve? The answer is yes, but not in the way you expect. Let's understand this clearly. Fluency does not come from just knowing grammar. It does not come from reading big textbooks. Fluency comes from automatic response. It comes when words come out naturally, without thinking too much. That automatic feeling begins with something simple, familiarity. And that's where sleep learning helps. Imagine this. You listen to the same English story every night. At first, you understand maybe 70%. After a few nights, 80%. Then 90%. And slowly, those words, those phrases, they become part of you. Not because you studied them, but because you heard them again and again with peace, with no pressure, with closed eyes. The next day you speak, you try to say something. Suddenly your brain gives you the sentence, like a gift. It was waiting, hidden inside, and it comes out when you need it. That's not magic. That's psychology. Your brain remembers words more deeply when it hears them in relaxed states. Sleep is the most relaxed state of all. It's not for learning brand new things, but it is perfect for making weak words stronger, for taking "I saw this before" and turning it into "I know this now." Here's another truth. Confidence comes from familiarity. When you hear English every moment's night, your brain stops saying "this is difficult." Instead, it says "this is normal." And that changes everything. You feel calmer. You feel more ready to speak, not because your English is perfect, but because your fear is smaller. That's a huge benefit. Now let's talk about sentence structures. Our brain loves patterns. When you hear, "I want to go there," again and again, your brain learns that shape. It learns where the subject goes, where the verb goes. It doesn't need grammar rules. It just hears it again and again and again. This is how children learn to speak. They hear, they copy, they repeat. Sleep learning can bring that childlike repetition into your adult life, softly, quietly, deeply. But remember, speaking still needs speaking. You must open your mouth. You must use your voice. Sleep learning will not move your tongue for you, but it will prepare the words. It will hold the phrases in your mind. So when you speak, you are not alone. Your brain says, "I've heard this. I can say this." So yes, sleep learning can help you speak better. Not by itself, not without effort, but as part of your journey, it gives you something special. Deeper memory of useful words, stronger patterns.
Okay, here's the rewritten passage maintaining all original content and meaning using US English and ensuring consistency with the previous passage and all specified instructions. Of real sentences, a calmer, more confident feeling inside, familiarity with the music of English. This is the foundation of fluency. Now, let's think about how your day and night can work together to help you learn. During the morning, you dedicate time to studying. In the evening, you go back and review what you learned. Then, at night, while you're sleeping, your brain replays those sounds. And the next day, you'll find that your speaking is just a bit easier, a little smoother, a little more natural. That's progress happening. That's the power of consistent effort. That's real improvement. In the next chapter, we'll be wrapping up this journey. I want to share one final image with you. Think of your mind as a garden. I'll illustrate how English can flourish, even in your dreams. Make sure you don't miss it. That last piece of the puzzle might just change the way you view learning forever.
Chapter 10. Your English Night Garden. Final thoughts. Take a moment to close your eyes. Picture your mind as a small, peaceful garden. It's quiet. It's serene. There are no loud noises, no stress, just the soil, waiting patiently. Inside that soil are tiny seeds. These seeds are the words you learned today, the phrases you practiced, and the stories you listened to with enjoyment. They're there now, silent, still, but full of life. This is your English night garden. While you sleep, your garden starts to grow. There's no commotion, no force involved. Just a gentle watering, soft light, and a slow, subtle touch of memory. And the seeds? They remember. They begin to open up, stretch out, and become a part of you. You might not notice it immediately. You wake up and your English might feel the same as before, but deep down, the roots are getting stronger. A new word you heard yesterday. Now you understand it more clearly. A sentence you repeated a couple of times. Now it rolls off your tongue more smoothly. That's the garden at work. That's the power of sleep. Your dreams aren't empty spaces. They're gentle environments where language can grow. Not quickly, not loudly, but with strength, quietness, and beauty. Many people believe that learning has to be difficult, serious, loud, and stressful. But if you look around, you'll see that the strongest things in life grow silently. Trees grow in silence. Flowers bloom in the dark. And your English can too. When you listen to calming English at night, you're giving your mind the perfect gift, peaceful repetition. You're signaling to your brain, this is important. And your brain listens. It doesn't grant you magic, but it gives you something even better: trust, calm, and strength. Let me share something with you from the heart. I've seen so many learners try to learn quickly. They bury themselves in grammar books, chase after huge vocabularies. They end up feeling tired and lost. But the ones who truly succeed are different. They don't rush. They grow, slowly and naturally. And they sleep well. They treat their brains with kindness. That's what this whole series has been about. Not magic, not shortcuts, but truth. You study during the day. You relax before bed. You listen softly at night. And you sleep with trust, with hope, with love for the language you're learning. So tonight, when you lie down, don't worry about remembering everything. Don't stress about speaking perfectly. Just choose a short story you enjoy, a few words that feel good. Play them softly, smile, and let your brain do its quiet work. Tomorrow, your garden will be just a little greener. And now, thank you for listening to this story. If you've learned something new, if this gave you hope, then please comment. Have you ever listened to English while sleeping? What was your experience? Like this video to help others find it. Subscribe to this channel for more simple, human, powerful ways to learn English. Let's grow your English even while you rest.